live now, just doing my 3-minute ad roll to clear my. There we go. So ads are running for the next 3 minutes. Yeah, no, I'm not sure how long I'm streaming for tonight, but figured I wanted to do something. But yeah, I fully understand if you're knackered, dude. You're knackered. It's one of them things. So, especially when you've had your kids there for so long, and it's suddenly quite you're like, finally I can sleep.
It's the first time in a week that I've had my bed back as well. So like,
Yeah, you're like, finally I can sleep.
sleeping on the sofa, like when you're in your 20s, it's like no problem. When you're in your 40s, it's like no.
Yeah, exactly that. So I used to be able to sleep anywhere, dude. But now I'm
Yep, me
like,
too.
my back is like, I sleep in the wrong position in bed, and my back's dead for for like all day.
Yeah, and it's really weird sometimes because I can actually get a more comfortable night's sleep sleeping in my computer chair, like at the desk, than what I can sleeping on the sofa, which makes no sense. But yeah,
Hey
I
Turk, hey not sure. But yeah, sleep on your couch when that old, yeah, your back's just like, no.
yeah, and you try and wake up every morning and it's just like I can't twist or turn.
Hey Dan, can't twist, can't turn, can't do
And then
pretty
I
much
couple that
anything.
up. Like there's probably a bit too much for the public stream right at the start, but I couple that up with all the issues I've had with my legs anyway, and I'm surprised I'm still walking. To be fair.
Look, Rashi's updated the localization for that Polish earning is difficulty beyond legendary. That's the only information. It just says difficulty beyond legendary.
I still love. Excuse me, sorry, Dimitri. I still love the fact that it looks like she's vomited Skittles over everything.
What? What in the?
It's just rainbow colour to the extreme for everything.
Yeah. The Darkest Dawn ones is the one that got me because I would have expected her to go for like a really dark color to make it really hard to read,
Yeah,
or red because of dark events. Hey Deacon, and I realised I just waved and I don't have my camera on. How sad is that?
that's fine, dude. I turned around after the youngest got picked up earlier, and I was like, "Could you grab us?" No, you can't, because you're not here, because I'm all alone again. Had to get up and make my own cup of tea. My slave has gone.
Oh yeah, absolute bugger when that happens. No, but I was so reliant on. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. I think it's not dark grey so that it doesn't get confused with the ones that are like disabled.
Well, I'd have expected red because dark events are red.
Yeah, yeah, especially if she hasn't used red for anything else either.
Yeah, exactly. But I love Rashi's patch notes. Update 2nd of June. Styling on these updates with extra fanciness. Update 30th May. A fancy little update. Update 15th of May. Shenanigans and tea.
Yep, she's great.
Update 13th of May. A few tweaks and consolidations. Most people won't see a difference. Update 12. More content. Update 12th of May. More content. 4th of May. Fixing having forgotten to add an integer safeguard on a unique mechanic tee. Yeah, exactly. It's Reshi. It's just Reshi just screwing with everybody. And you know what? I'm here for it. It works. It works so well. Yeah, exactly. Refuses to spoil the surprise. Right, what was I doing?
Playing XCOM2.
Yeah, but I can't even remember what I was doing in the campaign.
Accessing the alien network, constructing the proving ground facility, and completing the Advent Black Site mission.
I mean, technically the last thing I was doing in XCOM was trying to see if I could get any implementation of Renegade Ginger's ideas to work with the multiple uniforms for clerks, and no, doesn't work. They will only take the last entry they will only take the last entry that they see.
Yeah, it's because it's the same archetype name, so you're only ever replacing the archetype. And they're not set up for, random armors and stuff like XCOM units are.
No.
There's probably a point you could go into the Highlander and make a Highlander change to add a hook or something around the area where it's like strip armor for Avenger.
Well, this is the thing. What Renegade Ginger wants to do is have a customizable Avenger-only uniform. They customize like the base underlay, but customizable.
Yeah.
But I've tried exposing the underlay as an armor, so you can customize it. Doesn't work.
It won't work because it's an actual point in the code where it strips down to the underlay. It hard force appearance overrides to the underlay.
Yeah,
and that's the bit that you need to look into and export out to some other function.
Yeah.
It's going to need a Highlander change. It's finding where the correct place to inject that would be.
Well, this is the thing. I look to see because if you do look at XCOM content, underlay is considered an armor.
Yep.
But there is no armor template for it.
No, because it's added directly through force appearance change.
Yeah, I was like, really, this is just
If you've done a search for the actual underlay armor archetype name, in the actual files, you'll probably find where it is.
I did a search for it. Couldn't find it. Didn't seem to exist. Yep. Didn't seem to exist. The only entry I could find for underlay is the default content.ini.
It's still weird here when you call it innies. Because I always call them eyes.
Yeah, so the very simple thing of, well, this should work in theory, but I don't see how it actually possibly can.
Avenger plotting new course.
Ooh, new assault mission. Choice for command. Operation Gelatinous Paramore. Okay, that just says operation. That just reads as Operation Lube. Some of these name combinations have just been. Why? I only have 4 ready soldiers though. I have a ton tired. I'm going to at least wait until I have more people back.
We find nothing but success.
Was that a breakthrough? Yes, it was. Ah, GTS is cheaper.
The Chosen, known as the Assassin.
Not sure I particularly care about that.
Of the nobler warrior
okay, not sure. See you in a bit.
Our own history. Having witnessed, and more importantly, heard the unusual commentary delivered by this assassin, I cannot help but wonder the source of these unique personality traits.
Healing is so good. Ah, fair enough, dude. Four days. Force level 5. You know what I would really like? To be able to see how long until the next force level increase. Even if it's estimated. Hey, Black Jackal. Hey, JB.
I put something in the general mod discussion on the meme thing, by the way. So that's the appearance part that needs to be adjusted through any kind of adjust soldier appearance function. Simply put, that there is no normal part for that. If you really want, it's actually very possibly something that I could add into UCR.
Yeah, but that doesn't help people who don't use UCR.
I know. But that's if I'm still like, fully actively modding and I'm not, so someone else can pick it up. It's really simple. What needs to be done is just something to change.
Yeah, and what gets me, it's technically that's what where Armor on Avenger and All Armor Avenger do. They change those, but to read from whatever the equipped cosmetic is.
Yep.
What Renegade Ginger wants is a separate cosmetic that we will always read from, which is customizable.
Yep, which is just creating a menu appearance that has buttons like the standard menu that instead of applying to NM torso applies to NM torso _ underlay.
Yeah, or having an actual armor template which can be therefore linked to and modified, and having it always read from that particular template, which I think is what he wants. Which I think is what they want. Which would kind of make sense. And what I tried to do, but I couldn't work out how to do it. I have 9 ready. Let's go and do this. Neutralize Field Commander. Not too bad, Joey. It's been busy. I've been busy.
For the Arctic territories.
Been busy. Almost didn't play XCOM tonight, but I figured I haven't played XCOM in a little bit. Hey, Wolf, and thank you very much for the resub, dude. Especially at tier 2, it's massively appreciated. And 19 months in a row, that's a streak. Pop. Ah, Spartan's there. Let's see. So, not sure. Darth Ryan. Insectoid. speeder because I could probably do with the support. Still only got one field support, that's really annoying. First, still only got one field alchemist, that's really annoying. Sure, a bit more difficult to count. Have I got a sector set up on silent motors? Doesn't have squad sites, pointless queuing him that. What's he doing in a... There we go. Keep him healthy as possible. Hey, Haranoff, how you doing, dude? Going on ninja there, not sure. Have I made a Templar? Yeah, I have. And thanks for the intel drop.
In position for deployment.
A trusted source in the Resistance has confirmed that a high-ranking Advent military officer will be moving through this area as part of a routine patrol. We have an opportunity here to completely disrupt Advent's command structure and delay their current operations. All we have to do is neutralize that officer. Menace 1-5, we're tracking the Advent General and his escorts, but we don't have an exact fix on their location. Sweep the area and eliminate the target along with any other hostiles that stand in your way.
As I expected, Commander, there are significant readings indicative of the Lost moving throughout the combat zone. Be careful out there. Si può fare.
Moving out!
Purifier. My first purifier I've seen that's actually using an actual flamethrower in a while. For a spate of getting purifiers with rifles, they were a lot more interesting to fight.
Understood. Moving out. You lead. I'll cover.
You're wounded but alive, yeah. Which, considering the way this campaign's been going, is doing better than most. I haven't had that many deaths, it's just so much wounded time. Wow, says 3 damage, does 2 damage.
Not too shabby. Salgo con rampino.
You ordered your new PC. That's cool, dude. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get to you. Well, I'd say thanks for the meme bot, but I'm gonna have to trigger that one manually because I was an idiot and forgot to turn Twitch integration on. That sounds cool, dude. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. What spec it's gonna be? Wow.
On target.
These people can't hit for shit.
On Overwatch. We're picking up an inbound Advent transport. The aliens are going to try and extract the general from the AO. Who's going to get on board that ship?
A new world awaits me.
Ah, yes. I mean, you have a point.
You will never
It's like, what could go wrong?
Chosen assassin is
Funnily enough, JB, that's how I got this one. My dad passed away, and we'd been discussing about me starting streaming because I'd said I'd like to, but I didn't have a PC to do it. And he passed away and left me a significant amount of money. And one part of the stipulation in the will was I got a new PC and started streaming, and actually considered starting streaming. And then I started modding, and then I got into streaming.
That's the general. Take him out before they can escape. We won't get another shot at this.
This PC at one as new cost me £2,000, but that was in 2019. Exactly. If it's your main hobby, and it's a nice way.
There is nowhere to
If it's your main hobby, it becomes a nice way to remember them. It's the way I look at it.
They exist to serve the elements. Fight and die on the field of battle.
So there's the evac. So it looks like I'm between the general and the evac point, as are a bunch are lost. So with the right rolls, this could really become interesting. Thanks for the bitties, dude.
Impressed yet?
Oh, that is a spec. That is a very nice spec.
Copy that. I'll be right there.
My blood curse will kill it.
Ricaricato. Piaciuto? On your order. Affirmative, Commander.
Yeah, well, it took 2 years for me to go through all the probate and everything for me to get hold of mine. My dad passed in 2017, and I didn't get the money until 2019. That was early. There's still stuff outstanding from it which I haven't gotten to see yet. Which, yeah, one day I might, if I'm lucky.
You expect me to kneel?
That float is going to cause problems. Yeah, well, the 9950 X3D is pretty new, so.
Your ailing soldier was so eager to share their expertise with me during our last encounter. I do treasure their insights.
The chosen is in position. Time to put it down.
These mindless, soulless wanderers are even worse off than the humans.
Yeah, stick a image in the RL section on the Discord, dude. That would be cool to see.
One must simply look past their current inhabitants.
No problem, boss.
If you're worried about getting whacked by that brute, don't be.
Moving to fire position. Whatever you say. Grenade out!
Damn it. That's always good when it works out like that. Wow.
Negative damage.
Okay. Maybe should worry if you're missing that much.
Now before the alien-killing world champion.
The power of the gods is not yours to wield.
Together we are strong.
Heal me is for missions. There's rejuvenate soldier, which is for outside of missions.
Yes! There will be no mercy for you, Templar!
Hey, Pine.
Your steadfast focus is admirable, Templar. If only it were not so misdirected.
È ora di uccidere. Lo prenderò la prossima volta.
On approach. Targeting error.
No. No worries, fine. No, you didn't tell me your Twitch account got hacked the other day. That's crappy, dude. disorient, isn't it? Which should have done blinding protocol on first.
Throwing a grenade.
I was hoping it'd cause the truck to blow up.
Honor them. First they will suffer, then
Oh, General on 1 HP. Oof.
I should probably.
Yeah, they do tend to fix it quite quickly, but damn. That's a hell of a...
in failure I must persist.
Systems functioning as intended.
What will you do? You can no longer fight.
Oh look, purifier with a rifle. That's not right.
Now we will see the talents of
Yeah, that's
action.
that definitely reads sus as fuck, dude. Hey Harry, you're not first for once.
Did you see that one?
As one dies, another is already born to take its place.
Menace 1-5 killed.
Yeah, except that was the general, so I got
We
my...
need to clear the area of any remaining hostiles. We can't allow them to recover the general's body.
Arma pronta.
Beh, che ne dite?
Pronto a sparare.
Moving out. That's affirmative.
Oh, for those of you who haven't, who are considering picking up VIP, because you can afford it, and don't have it, I would recommend doing so because I have ideas and plans for it for once, for some point soon. There's only 3 spots left. Twitch VIP, which you already have, JB, yeah. This is mostly for like Harry and Not Sure and that. who probably should have the points to do it.
Prepare for a flanking attempt.
Their wounds will quicken the march to death.
Hostiles targeting my position.
Denied.
Nah, it's not that bad, Pine.
The hunt is on.
I'm ready. No, that was good. Enemy is still up. Alzati e fagliela vedere.
Class message above when you get a second, mate. What? Yeah, parachute. Oh, if you didn't see, I'll just show you. Reshi has updated its localization. So it actually says difficulty beyond legendary. Didn't know what I was expecting.
Order confirmed. Andiamo.
Oh, favorite class so far. I mean, I've not really had enough chance to play with the ones I wasn't already familiar with, to be honest. I'm still not 100% sure how the new combat engineer goes, because I haven't had very many of them. Warden is definitely interesting, I'll give it that. Wow.
Oh no. Uncontrolled damage to targeting sequence.
Literally I've only rolled one so far. People have just been choosing different options. Being 100% honest, I'm not 100% happy with the way my submissions and that have worked this time around.
Your forces grow weaker with every breath. There can be no escape.
And I'm not quite happy with the mod list either. Or maybe it's the fact that I've just been so engrossed in playing other games lately.
Enemy targeting this position.
Probably not, to be honest.
Yeah, may well be.
They won't last long at this rate.
Boo. Oh, I wanted it to die and go boom. That would have been funny.
What?
Advancing.
Shit, Sector's about to die. That's awesome, dude. I can't believe it's been a year already.
Roger that.
Yeah, time goes by quick.
Well, this is the thing. I've been in the new house for a year and a half already. Nearly.
Yeah. I'm still kind of sitting here thinking, like, you know, my eldest is finishing his GCSEs this year. Like 17 in September, and it's just like, where the fuck? where have the last 17 years gone?
Oh, yeah.
Preparing my weapon. Waiting for my next turn.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Their blood is on your hands, Commander.
Lots of these flamethrowers do stuff.
Yep.
Even if it's Advent chem thrower. Although, is that an Advent purifier with a gun?
Yep. Reshi's Requiem Foundational. And it's alternate weapon, alternate loadout options.
Okay. Oh, I see my reusable axe.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan took a chunk of damage there.
There is no place.
Even with the block, even with the parry.
In position.
Let's get to it. Take him down. Stay frosty.
I'm surprised they haven't aimed at the meme but more. That's a boom.
Are you needing help on this mission, Costa?
No, no.
Do you need Rusty bot in?
I mean, you can drop a rusty button if you like.
What was my custom command again?
Exclamation mark RU57Y.
Kaboom. I still like the Twitch integration.
Yeah.
On the move.
It definitely helps my desire to play. I will say that.
Hostile target eradicated. I'm going to
Nice, dude.
I mean, I'm not good. A lot of people say we sound the same, and I don't see it.
I don't either. But then that's because we're both British, so we understand the regional dialects that are different. Whereas to most people, we're just, you know, we're British, ain't we? Ain't it?
We're British, innit? Which obviously means we sound Cockney when neither of us are Cockneys. Either that or we both sound like we're from, you know, Windsor. Which admittedly I grew up down the road from Windsor, but that's not the point. You didn't.
True, but my parents were East Londoners, so Bethnal Green and Poplar, which is also where 90% of the rest of my family are.
Yeah, we're really bad examples for this. Not everybody's from the same place. Because we are both more or less from where everybody always assumes English people are from.
It's a bit like saying that every American has, you know, the New York Manhattan twang, and it's just like, nope.
That is very true, Dan. That sounded like a...
An even lesser form of human could possibly exist.
Monitor flanking positions.
So you mean I just sound like I'm sick of everybody's shit and just can't be arsed anymore? Oh God, no, Harry, no, no. English women with a normal accent, oh God, no.
The air.
I think that's stuff running dead. No, he's still alive. Was that a lost faceless? It shouldn't be. Oh, there he is. Funny story, Dan. I once dated a woman, a Glaswegian woman, and this is why I say Northerners, no. Because worst accent ever. Seriously. It wasn't that I couldn't understand her. I knew exactly what she was saying. It just sounded so... It just... No.
Back online. Come get some.
Yeah, there are people, there are plenty of people I do not understand a word they're saying. Oddly enough, I can understand Geordies perfectly fine. But a lot of people like from the West Country, oh God. Just...
I'm ready.
All I'm gonna say is go and watch, if you haven't already, go and watch Clarkson's Farm. There, which is based in the Cotswolds. And there is a guy on there, literally nobody can understand what he's saying. And they just nod and you go, yeah. They just nod and agree. Yeah, well, it's hard to be racist against the best player on your team, so yeah. Yeah, even the subtitles gave up. But
Their inferior designs won't hold forever. I got nothing. I'll wait here, if that is your wish.
oh no, Jackal, Black Jackal, that's just the concept of yes, dear. Also known as the biggest cop-out ever. Unfortunately, my wife is wise to such tactics, and if I go yes dear, she slaps me.
Of those born by the Elder's hand, not all are created
I would argue Brummie
for the next world with
or Welsh.
Well, how about that? Weapons burning ammo fast.
Because, frankly, Scouse accent tends to just make me want to hide my keys. And my phone and my wallet.
And daughter.
Did you say I had to say and your daughter? I mean, I'm not going to disagree. How many channel points to have Mr. Close to slap me on stream? You wouldn't need channel points for that, dude.
Torna a combattere.
I'm fairly sure she'd just do it for shits and the giggles.
Ce la farai.
Exactly, I'm fairly sure she would just do it for free.
Per me va bene.
Armor deflection observed.
That is true. Well, I don't think I've ever actually zoomed in enough to... 85% chance and misses. Great.
An engagement failure.
Come on though.
Almost time for a reload. Gunfire bullets, or live, sometimes plasma. Did I mention I need ammo? Missed.
In fairness, Julian is only fluent in sarcasm.
rock can break this way.
Okay, so Hardwave knocked Rustybot down,
This planet has become
despite him being immune to it.
sort of aggravating.
Got back up again, but he was immune to it.
I find human captives are most eager to trade their secrets for even the hollowest of promises to instill pitiful love.
Bye bye, Rustybot.
I've got you. I'm on my way. Pull yourself together, son.
Hey, Rashi, and yeah, it's good he's robotic, but he's not large. Just made me laugh, that was all.
Non ti muovere, te la caverai.
But yeah, there you go, it's clipping through. Hey, Pet Rock, how you doing, dude? Thanks for the raid. How'd that last mission go?
Ce la posso fare.
Nice! My weapon's almost dry. On the move. No contact with the target.
Oh yeah, I forgot those things had untouchable if they got a kill.
Movement request confirmed.
Oh, Alphabot got a kill him.
I'll be down to just fists soon.
Still love holographic stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's such a simple little mod, but it adds so much flavour. Like, I'm surprised that considering that they had like the thing there and the military technology and stuff, like, why did the game devs go for that horrible like line scan thing?
Don't know, it was horrible.
Also, hi Pine and Pet Rock and Reshi and everybody else. I'm really sorry, I'm bad at reading chat.
In the end, the blame for its
Considering I was feeling mega tired half an hour ago, I'm now like buzzingly wide awake. So definitely, you know, worked my way through it.
Yeah.
It's probably because you've also intrigued me enough to open up the UCR files.
I wondered why you were quiet.
Secure.
You're working on a maps pack. Oh, I am curious now.
Lancia il rampino. Nessun problema, capo.
Very nice. Looking forward to that.
Weapons. Scanning.
Sensors at maximum range.
So she's on fire and she's poisoned.
Ready to rock.
It is rare to find an opponent worthy of my...
That would be cool, Rashi.
Rarer still to find one capable of besting me more than once.
We have confirmation. Mission accomplished. I'm sure we'll see them again, but that Chosen sure wasn't expecting the fight we put up today, Commander.
6 wounded, 1 killed, and the killed was the Rusty Bot. So Gelatinous Paramore, MVP for Darth Ryan. 52 damage dealt, 5 kills.
If it improves morale, then I suppose
I mean,
there
I'm
is
doing this
no
little
harm.
thing in the UC framework, but I'm fully intending to rip it out as a standalone thing. I've just got to remember how to add buttons to the armory.
In fairness, it wouldn't have been so rough if I hadn't kept letting off heavy weapons.
I think the most wonderful thing is, despite the like 6 months since I last loaded XCOM, my mod list is loading fine still, with 658 mods. Hooray! Thanks for the follow, Acidic Ooze.
Yep, much appreciated for the follow. I hate this new...
What new?
Twitch, being Twitch. They've updated the stream manager on the Twitch app. So if I'm seeing chat, I can't see, I'm not getting like my notification alerts. Because you couldn't want access to both at the same time. That would be far too sensible. I get some of them, but not as like if somebody does a redeem. I'll see it. But follows, I don't see for some reason.
Maybe we need to start selling calendars.
How often we have counseled you, our loyal citizens, to harbor no sympathy for the dissident factions that hide within our walls. For in the end, they shall always betray you. Such was the fatal lesson learned today by one...
This just goes to show that the
And this
Chosen
is why
are
I hate
vulnerable,
dealing with
and we can
UCR.
take them down. We just have to figure out how
Pretty
to
sure
keep
I just
them
crashed
down.
my character.
Ooh, see you later. Sorry, one angle nozzle, tracer rounds, 2 lots.
On the death to the invaders front, our courageous friends at XCOM Successfully tracked and eliminated. A high-ranking...
And Darth Ryan's got infirm.
Untold.
So if he takes any damage, he has a chance of losing an action point.
Still well ahead in the overall kill count. XCOM slowly making progress towards evening things up. You just...
Oh, yeah, the description is still don't, Harry. It's just got the actual flyover text is now
mine was a miracle.
the extended description is now
You can honor
the actual title is now
the aliens wherever we find them.
You'll get no argument here.
beyond legendary, and I think it's perfect.
Your soldiers fought well today, Commander. Their victory...
It's still just don't.
But do not expect that I will be discouraged, for I am dauntless in my mission.
Ooh, rescue engineer. Oh, film.
And of course, this isn't going to work in UCR, is it? Why is this not going to work in UCR?
Because UCR completely and utterly ignores.
Because UCR sets the armor appearance to all armor Avenger anyway, because it sets every armor to the current thing, including the underlay look.
To be an important step forward.
Yeah.
I've often wondered how the aliens could conceive of such a being. Is there enough? After a careful
So a completely pointless waste of time, me doing that tonight.
Also,
I have to admit, there is something exciting about working under the more intense conditions found.
Our soldiers took some hits during the most recent covert action.
Turbo Fire is quite nice.
They'll all be fine.
With our success comes the opportunity for you to assign us new orders, Commander.
Just quite looking forward to the opportunity to actually have soldiers who can actually do stuff. Look. Hey! Look who I've got!
Hey, we got Jess.
Proving ground facility.
And I can now start building the proving ground because she can do the power. I'm almost at crew limit. I must admit that is one mod I am considering dropping. Because I'm not so sure it works particularly well in a stream campaign.
Avenger plotting new course.
And thanks to the bits, not sure it's appreciated. 17 ready, so...
We will work hand in hand with our new allies.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
Yeah, Proving Ground is where I can finally get sparks. And build
The
armors.
aliens have made significant progress toward their goals. New Advent facilities are cropping up around the world.
Another important step forward in our research. Despite an extensive study of Dr. Valen's research reports, I have yet to discover how she came to acquire such an impressive understanding of the processes involved in the editing and manipulation of alien genetic material. I will begin our research immediately.
So I've started, Max, now I'm fine. I had a few breakthroughs that were kind of... And it's... The rush to max isn't quite so important with YO anyway. Because of the buff to conventional.
It is unfortunate, Commander, that your recent efforts have proven to be so mediocre.
My training, my focus, all of my efforts have been rewarded. I am reinvigorated. You're beginning to slip. Your plans are no longer as unpredictable as you may have thought.
I love this. This is one of my favourite bits of Yearning Reshi. All the dark events being hidden and having different costs. See, I can't lab rush because I'm running Combi Lab. And that'd be far, far too expensive to rush Combi Lab. Okay, really need to do medical embargo. And fuck made whole. Yep. All hidden tech and with different costs. So you've got intel costs, supply costs, data cache, corpses.
We continue to progress in our campaign against the Elders, and now we gain new abilities as a result.
Don't really need recruiting centers now. It wouldn't be as important as... Probably decoys, if I'm honest.
The skirmishers are yours.
I could go and scan for another soldier.
Avenger plotting new course.
See who's in the... And I probably will, actually. But let's see who's in here. Nothing that great. What's super easy sell? Oh, breakthrough modular pups, definitely worth taking.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately.
Yeah, I know, Rishi. I remembered after I'd done it.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
Avenger plotting new course.
Our soldiers were ambushed by...
Oh, lovely ambush.
We must recover and strike back. Did you honestly expect to operate in the...
Deacon, weren't you also on the test? I know you were on the testing and design team for Long War 2, obviously. Weren't you also involved with CI really early as well?
You've got no time to waste. Break cover and move to the extraction point on the double.
Because I know I was part of the early testing team, because that's how I got started into modding. Yeah, lately lofty, analogical. And not one of them is stealthed.
Moving to Overwatch.
I can handle that. Affirmative, covering now. I'm going.
No, not starting stealth means I want to fight this.
Break one, your team is compromised. We're picking up Advent response forces inbound on your position.
Got it covered. Overwatch. I can handle that. Scanning. Advent forces on the ground.
Trooper abductor. Fun. Well, at least the abductor's dead.
That one?
Hey, Crispy, and that sucks, dude.
Okay.
And yeah, you definitely are a VIP, dude.
Negative.
And yeah, some people are shits, dude, unfortunately. Well, look at it this way. You got pizza. Enjoy VIP. And I'm not charging you for it, dude. See, whereas I made a nice bolognese today.
Impressed yet?
Posting it on the Discord. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see.
No problem, boss. The tissue melts.
Just make sure he's dead. But yeah, two hour drive for. I don't think I'd ever go that far. I mean, I had somebody drive an hour to meet me once.
Affirmative. Moving out.
This is back before I got together with the missus.
Located.
Obviously. In fairness, that woman drove to meet me. Drove an hour to meet me at 1 AM.
Location confirmed.
Well,
cover my flank.
In which case, dude, it was a good excuse to make the drive. Your day wasn't completely ruined.
I'm on my way. Not a problem anymore. I'm going to need ammo soon.
Whatever you say. Got it covered.
It's often said that Americans incorrectly think they understand the length of time, whereas English people incorrectly understand length of distance. As in, what's big.
Target confirmed. On our way.
And what's long, because, let's face it, yes, I refunded your points back. I told you I wasn't gonna charge you for it.
Moving out. Got some advent here.
And actually, whilst I remember, said it on Discord as well. Vodka sauce, red sauce, and pesto pizza. Jesus Christ, dude. That must have had a kick.
I'm taking fire. Advent troops spotted.
Yeah, I made a bolognese today. It was nice. Because my bologneses always are.
With pleasure. Whatever you say. Did you see that one?
In fairness, dude, I don't think you're the only person who never thought pesto and pizza would be good, because, yeah, it's not a combination I would consider.
I'm watching. Shot wide. Got a lot of heat on me.
I was gonna say, but call me boring, just wanting a plain old meat feast.
Meat feast hot for me. Like the extra spice.
No, that was good. Running dry.
See, I have this thing with pizza though, is it's very rare I can get a takeaway. I usually have to buy a frozen. Because the missus doesn't like pizza because she can't stand melted cheese.
I'm going.
I actually, I really like the thing that my local pizza place does, which I think is absolutely hilarious.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Because it's on their menu anyway. But yeah,
Location confirmed.
if you ever order a Hawaiian pizza from them, they send you the pizza and then send you the tub of pineapple themselves with a note saying, "We will never put this on your pizza, you heathen."
You are vulnerable.
So, like, yes, you still get your Hawaiian pineapple pizza, but, you know, you have to put it on yourself.
Yeah, but that kind of breaks the point because the pineapple only works when it's cooked.
I know, but yeah, it's still funny.
Oh yeah, that is. But yeah, it's like, I like pizza, the mother-in-law likes pizza.
Got it.
The wife doesn't like pizza, so I only get pizza if we're around the mother-in-law's or she's here. Unless I'm eating one on my own, and I'm at the point where I can't really manage a large on my own anymore.
Yeah.
But a small is too small.
Yeah.
You're all alone now.
The other nice thing that our local pizza place does is that they have a four pizza family offer. You get 4 7-inch pizzas for $19.99, which I think is awesome.
But I also have this issue with the fact that it's really difficult for me to get Chinese. Because, although it's slightly better with Chinese, because like most Chinese, our local Chinese does fish and chips as well.
Yeah.
So, because the miss doesn't like Chinese. So, I literally get...
10-4.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Chinese, but I love duck spring rolls so much.
Mm-hmm.
Duck spring rolls, literally, she'll get fish and chip. She'll like fish and chips or a steak and eat pie and chips or something. I'll get 2 portions of duck spring rolls and some beef fried rice and some hoisin sauce, and I'm like, I'm happy now. I can eat this as a single meal.
I will admit, my local Chinese doesn't actually deliver, but it's also about a 20-minute walk away, so it's not that far to like just walk up there and get something.
Headed there now.
Yeah, ours doesn't deliver either.
Their half a duck in their starters is such an amazing deal. It's only £7.50, dude.
Yeah, I will either have. I'll occasionally have crispy duck, or I'll have duck spring rolls because I really like duck spring rolls. But it's duck spring rolls. It's a serving is 4, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I want 8.
Yeah. The fun thing is, whenever I go down there and I get the quarter of duck because it's a cheap, easy meal for me, they always throw prawn crackers on top and 3 spring rolls. I don't know what they shovel them in, and it's just like, I didn't pay for these, and they're like, no, you take. And it's just like, all right, not going to argue with the free food.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I can't stand prawn crackers. I can't stand it.
No, I don't mind them, especially at the points where, you know,
Nothing's broken. You're
end of the month and there's nothing else left.
Oh yeah, no, I fully understand that, dude.
I think I'll munch those because that's a meal with some rice.
Seems doable.
But yeah,
For anyone struggling to eat, buy pasta, noodles, and rice, and porridge, and you will never go fucking hungry.
Yep.
Because they're such easy meals to cook and prep and do anything with, and they complement pretty much anything else. and they are
All members
filling.
of Wraith
They
1
will
have been
fill you up.
successfully evac.
Porridge for brekkie, porridge for lunch, and a pasta-based meal for a main meal in the evening.
And you will be full because those things are filling because they're starch.
Yep. Probably not the best things to eat, to be honest, but if
320 for lofty, 215 for lately. Oh, a logical got MVP. Yeah, no, it's so for. They tend to be the things that they tell you to cut out when you're dieting, and I'm like, but it's staple food, dude.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that always gets me is like the current obesity crisis that you see, and they're like, oh, it's because you're not eating this, this, and this. And I just kind of look back on things. I'm like, okay, the human race survived for 8,000 years, whatever, on the staple foods of fresh fruit and porridge. Like, how have we not been fat since like the year 200?
Well, quite. I mean, I'm not a small guy, but it's not my... Did I make that medal and then not award it? Yeah. And I completely forgot to do it.
I so want to work on their UI and just improve it.
Yeah.
But he's doing such good work on his own. Doesn't need intervention.
Our actions have succeeded, and the elders grow fearful.
That's largely it, Rishi.
We are victorious, and the cause
Yeah.
is advanced.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Rishi. It's the convenience of modern day food that is making us fat.
Common enemy, and together we grow strong.
And
Plus, also, back in the day, if you wanted to eat a nice meaty meal, you spent most of the day fucking hunting the rabbit or the deer or whatever to get that meaty meal. Like, and nowadays it's, I'll just go down to Tesco's. I don't need to be a farmer that's, raised a pig for 3 years and starved on nothing to have a nice hog roast. You can have one whenever you want.
Yep. There is that too.
And the case of we are spending more and more time sat in a solitary single position at a desk in an office and not out physically moving anymore.
Yep.
Because we've got to a point where, for most of us, thankfully, touch wood, we don't need to go physically hunting and foraging. I definitely know if there was ever, a post-world apocalypse or anything, I'd be dead within a month.
Most people would be.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue how to go and hunt a rabbit and skin it and get it prepared properly, cooked or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And even then, even just like not hunting animals, it's like, yeah, okay, let's go berry foraging. I've got no fucking clue what berries look like on a tree and which ones are ripe and good to pluck and whatever.
It's that I know a lot of these things could kill me. I don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly what Tech said. We consume the energy, but we're not burning it anymore.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. The one good thing about my current job is it is an active job. It's just I'm at that point where my body's just like, no, just stop. You're getting old.
Just read cooldown's response. At the end of the world arrives in these lifetimes, running to a nearby bathroom to become a Bethesda environmental storytelling skeleton. I will admit, like, if like a zombie apocalypse or something does hit us, I'm just gonna wrap a sign around my neck that says, you know, if my body's still fresh, please eat me. And just leave it for some lucky person to find. Oh, nice, Deacon. Baked 2 loaves of bread and made a batch of chili.
Very nice.
There you go. Deacon will survive.
Yeah, but I have this. Like I said, I made a bolognese earlier, and I don't make bolognese how normal people make bolognese. I'm fairly sure several people would accuse me of heresy.
The Chosen are getting closer to hunting us down every day. The only way we can stop them is to strike first, and we'll need to work on a covert.
For a start,
in order to do that, we should head.
I don't use spaghetti.
Meh. I've used pasta 12s for years.
I use basically any of the
like sending my people out hand in hand
type of pasta apart from spaghetti.
I also have to break it.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't use it. But I tend to use either farfalla spirali or fusilli.
Yeah, fusilli, the twist is what my kids prefer. So
yeah, it's what the missus and the mother-in-law prefers as well. So that's what I tend to use. But it's pasta and peas. Or sweet corn, or both.
Can hear the silence. Carry on. How else do you butcher this staple family meal?
It's not always beef. Sometimes it's pork or lamb.
No, I do that too.
It's whatever mince is cheapest. Let's be fair. But I had bacon lardons.
It's not bolognese anymore, dude. Now you're just making a hot crock.
And if I can find it in the supermarket at the time I'm shopping for it, because a lot of them don't seem to do it regularly, which really pisses me off, I also add plum sauce.
Yeah, not a bolognese anymore, dude. If it's not tomato, mushrooms, and onions, it's not a bolognese.
And I don't use mushrooms because mushrooms make all of us hurl.
Barely, yeah. My kids don't like mushrooms. I don't have to do them, and I have to dice onions until they're like.
I'm literally just making my own dish at this point. Yeah, I know, but it starts as a bolognese, and then just
it's a bolognese in spirit only because you murdered it.
I didn't though. I improved it. I'm sorry, Crispy. I can't agree with that. It's not a stew because I'm frying it. I make it in a frying pan. Actually, no. Technically, I don't. Because I make so much. Because I'm feeding. Because I make so much of it. I don't make it in a frying pan. I make it in a wok.
No, I've been doing that for a while. Don't make that.
I don't need the supplies.
And it's so much better cooking in the wok than cooking in the frying pan.
It so is.
I got to admit, until I got divorced, I didn't really used to kind of cook proper good meals. It was all, freezer to oven stuff. It weren't until after getting divorced I was like, do you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not eating crap. Like I've got the time. I'm going to cook decent-ish food. Yeah, and I've really surprised myself with some of the things that I've cooked.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the...
Pie-based stews can be made of sauce. Well, if I'm feeling really, really lazy, I don't even do that. I stick it in a slow cooker. Stick it in a slow cooker, go to work. It's like if the missus is due. It's like when I used to work in an like reasonable people hours. It'd be stick it in a slow cooker, and at that point, yes, it's a stew. Ooh. So Crusher, Marbs, and I can't remember who the last one was. Oh, and I tend to cook pasta with ground black pepper to give it a bit more flavour. So yes, I am fully aware I commit sacrilege on a regular basis, and frankly I don't care. I like it. It's food. I've yet to make a bad one that way. Nor if I do a plain bog standard bolognese, it's just boring.
I will admit I do chicken curry in the slow cooker quite often.
Oh, and if I can't get hold of bacon lardons when I'm making it, I use hot dogs.
Chicken curry in the slow cooker, just like it definitely tastes different letting the chicken soak in it for like 8 hours compared to anything else. And the other thing that I like doing with the slow cooker is because of the sheer size of it and how much you have to cook, I normally have to portion it up into tubs and freeze it, which just gives me like meals all week.
I was going to say it gives you meals for ages if you do that.
Yeah. And weirdly enough, I've got loads of spare tubs from the amount of Chinese.
Yeah, that works.
Nothing worse than throwing all those plastic tubs away when you can just wash them and save them and use them again.
Yeah, recycle. What's it? Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yep.
Sabotage monument. Delay dark event. Bet it's a hidden one. Yeah. So I've got 2 here, so I know at least one of the 2 that I've revealed is going through.
Setting course for Sector 1, the Arctic.
Yep.
Commander, I'm getting
that's both a good and a bad thing, Crispy.
Someone on the ground is trying to reach us.
There's no point in throwing it away, right? If it can be washed. There does get a point, like 2 to 3 years maybe, where it's stained, cut through, and bent and warped and distorted, where it does need replacing, upon which case it goes to the recycling.
Yeah.
But they just last forever, like.
It's like Pyrex dishes.
Yep.
Those things are virtually sacred.
Ooh, throughout brand new Tupperware. I don't agree with not sure there, you know. Cooking for kids, as long as they're eating it, then you've done a good job. As long as no one gets ill or throws up, you've done a good job.
Yeah.
And in some cases, just getting them to eat something, you've done a good job.
That's too true.
Especially if it's vegetables.
It's like, I don't like that. How do you know? Have you ever tried it? No.
Yeah. I got the kids eating did a really weird thing I do for lasagnas now. Is a base layer of mince and pasta, but the top layer is a mix of cauliflower and broccoli, and then like another layer of pasta, and then like cheese, and they're eating it, and I'm just like, yes. And then they're like, what's the mash made of in the middle layer? And I still kind of haven't told them that it's, mashed cauliflower and broccoli. Cauliflower is delicious, crispy. And if it's texture,
yeah, cauliflower's awesome.
Just mash it up, dude. Just like mash or chop it. Grate it if you have to. It's really good food for you.
Cauliflower is awesome. It just is.
Yep, done. I don't know what harissa is, Reshi.
No, nor do I.
I'm going to guess that's some kind of sauce, obviously.
But yeah, no, I look at it very simply, is if I can eat it, and if I can get the missus to eat it, I've done alright. Because, God, sometimes they're she's the most awkward person in the world. I mean, finicky children is one thing, you kind of expect it because it's kids. Finicky adults are so much worse.
In position to drop.
See, what you want properly there, Crispy, is cauliflower and broccoli, garden peas, mashed swede.
I'm not a fan of swede, to be honest.
I love mashed swede. Roast parsnips.
Mm-hmm.
Proper beef dripping roast potatoes. A nice slab of some form of meat. I tend to go for either gammon or turkey. Shit tons of proper gravy, not that American crap. Proper gravy.
Yeah, Americans don't know how to do gravy. Sorry, Americans, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, proper, and at least one, if not more, depending on size, Yorkshire puddings.
I will admit, until I was going to the American, so I always thought that the Americans talking about biscuits and gravy was just wrong, until they actually showed me what they mean by biscuits and gravy, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's not a biscuit.
And that's not gravy.
And that's not gravy. No, it's not, Crispy. American gravy should be burned.
It's just a white sauce. That's not gravy. That's a white sauce. That's a white floury sauce. It's completely different.
Now that we've got a
And if you're making gravy, you have to make it with the water from the peas.
take down a public target.
Yep.
Something that will get people's attention.
Drain your veg water down to mix into your gravy granules.
Yeah. Or if you're posh, you stock.
Yeah. I will admit, there is one veg I do absolutely hate. I can't stand sprout.
Oh fuck no.
1-5. We have a fix on the target. Move to place.
We have this thing at Christmas. We will buy like 4 sprouts. I can't stand them. The missus can't stand them. And the mother-in-law loves them.
Ah, so it's to appease the mother-in-law.
It's to appease the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So we.
Yeah, I hate them that much that they physically make me like vomit. The taste of them, it does something to the back of my throat that initiates my gag reflex and makes me.
It's not even the taste of them for me. It's the smell.
It's it was a Christmas dinner, like the second year that I was with my now ex-wife, and she thought that she'd be clever. She scooped and hollowed out all of the potatoes and filled them with Brussels sprouts. And it obviously didn't tell me, so I thought I was happily munching into nice roasty potatoes, and no, they've all been, hollowed and filled with sprouts, which then, triggered me to throw up all over the Christmas dinner. Like at the table. So I just kind of sat there and went, "You just fed me sprouts. I've told you repeatedly that that's what they do to me. That's on you, not me."
So note to self: if I ever want to get at Rusty, I know 2 things he can't stand. No, Deacon, we don't only know one kind of gravy. It's just we call the other things what they are, which is a sauce. Gravy is gravy. Everything, those other things are sauce.
I've got movement.
Yeah.
There is a very important difference.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we're just picky with labels. That we like labeling things as they are.
Yes, we're picky because we like things correct.
I'm on it.
We better not get into a correct debate with Americans because they're always.
Waiting for my next turn.
Patrol sighted.
Nothing wrong with beans on toast.
Beans on toast is a staple. It's a staple for anybody, let alone just students. Having said that, I haven't had beans on toast in ages.
Last week for me.
Well,
admittedly, I went posh with it as well. I had grated cheese on top.
Come on.
You did go posh, Jesus Christ. That.
I was going to crack out the HP sauce as well, but I didn't have any left, so.
Affirmative, covering now.
Thing is, if I'm feeling really posh, I go a little bit wonky and use barbecue.
I like Liam Perrins on it as well sometimes.
Ah, proper Worcestershire sauce. Proper Worcester sauce. Yeah, I know.
Worcestershire.
I only do it so the Americans understand. Yeah, proper Worcester sauce is that stuff is the nectar of the gods.
I await their approach. Solid copy. Overwatch.
Weapons hot. Nice.
You mean fancy soy sauce? There is nothing fancy about Worcester sauce. It's just... Ouch.
This body won't last forever.
I assume when you say HP, I assume you mean brown, Deacon. And the correct answer to that is no. The proper brown sauce is Daddy's brown sauce. Not HP, it's proper Daddy's brown sauce. And I can't stand brown sauce, and even I make that distinction. Amen. Yeah, I can't stand brown sauce. I just don't.
Chosen assassin's energy signature.
The missus absolutely loves the stuff. I just don't. I've never liked brown sauce particularly. Well, first mission went alright. This is second mission so far. I haven't got anybody killed yet. But I might do, because I've got a fantastic nana mech on this mission. It's just a different brand, Deacon, but it is the objectively superior brand.
They won't last long at this rate.
The fire grows!
Brown sauce is brown. No, it's very different. Not sure. Brown is very, very different. 5 or 6, I think, Reshi.
Missed.
No, we're well above 3. I can guarantee you that.
That's how Reapers
They
do it.
die as warriors, as great a death as one could hope for.
Medical support.
First, they will suffer.
What, mine or theirs?
Their wounds will quicken the march to death.
Fui descoberto! Essa é pra você!
I'll sacrifice whatever that gear is for making sure he's dead, thanks. Oh, PCS would have been nice.
Loyalty alone was not enough to protect them.
I am running delayed force level.
I know Advent when I see them.
Oh, Jesus Christ, JB's... And JB's looking a bit dicey. Yeah, I normally run varied, but part of the reason I'm running, I figured because I'm running Yearning plus Merciless, I would make myself slightly, you know, less likely to die spectacularly. JB's about to die, I think.
My pain worsens. My pain grows.
That was a dicey opening. But in fairness, you had us talking about food, so my
Flanking me? Good luck.
well, shielded did its job. Full damage is annoying though.
My systems are still intact.
Eu tô cozinhando aqui.
Weaker.
No. If JB was still here, he could pay to heal himself, though. You could just pay for squad heal, though. Yes, but let's face it, he's not the only one who needs it. Yeah, and I'm gonna give Tech his back because he came in second there.
I hit the armor.
I have no ammo. I reload. I take a new approach. Non-evade detection.
Heading there now. Overwatch confirmed.
You only get one use every stream, though. And I think that still counts even if it gets rejected.
Missed. Missed. I'll wreck again.
Well, that was a bit dodgy. Okay.
Yeah, the assassin being out here is going to be fun. Didn't expect that to hit.
My blood
Yes, he would have died.
Your forces grow weaker with every
I mean, Pine's getting absolutely battered as well, in fairness.
Where will you possibly run that I cannot find you?
You can if you've got the... I do actually have somebody who can hear me, don't worry.
I have medical support available. Moving to Overwatch.
The assassin's a weeb.
What value do you place on the lives of your enemies?
Slightly disappointed at the lack of the explosion.
Roger. Secure.
Our previous encounter and my subsequent defeat will only serve to motivate me further.
We've got the Chosen in our sights. It's time to take them out.
That will not be enough to stop me.
Will do.
Watching comes naturally.
I advance. Sustaining injuries.
Yeah, corrosion's still gonna make this.
Incoming fire!
Quite surprised she went for Pine there rather than JB, to be honest.
You will join your compatriots soon enough.
My training fails me.
Take comfort, for there is dignity in death to a superior opponent.
Confirmed. Closing on target position now.
No, I don't think Pine's that high. I don't think your skirmish is just that high, Pine.
Correct. Geotech fella.
What is it?
You've come for your friend, and honorable if not foolish decision. There can be no honor among traitors.
Come on.
Get back in the fight.
I was gonna say, Reshi's come up with more deadly turrets than you could imagine, Jackal.
Reapers are always vigilant.
Vamos botar pra quebrar.
Give me a minute. Overwatch engage, if that is your will.
Yeah, Reshi's turrets really are something else.
I welcome the darkness. The Elders possess many gifts. Where they see you, they send me.
Rock and roll.
She rolled such a shitty pair of strings.
You will share in my pain.
E aí, meu brother?
Dano nulo!
Heading out.
If this counts as silent damage is the question. If it does, she's not going to be hurt at all. No, it counts as silent damage. Great. I would have thought it would have counted as whatever the element it was summoning was, but apparently not. However, she eats an acid burn. Yeah, quite possibly fine.
Overwatch.
No trespassers.
The Elders will hear no excuses, accept no failure. Do not disappoint them.
Requesting kill order on the one shooting me.
That is not good.
All will know my wrath for the cover of darkness. Once I have taken the soldier from the field, I am sure a wealth of new information awaits me, Commander.
These are trivial wounds.
Blank.
Wow, I'm whiffing like crazy tonight.
Strike unless you are truly ready.
É, aterrei feio.
accept your fate!
Yeah, it's an interesting graphic, isn't it? That is Kinetic Shield, which is one of the abilities Warden have.
On the move. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Greetings. Please report any sightings of these. Greetings. Please report any sightings of these civilians.
I just wanted to force her away from there because of Agile.
Targeting malfunction.
Actually hit her, Jesus Christ. Yeah, gives shield HP, it's really nice.
That weapon bears the mark of another. Where did you find it? I will not be outmatched, nor outnumbered.
My position is compromised.
The mist surrounds you. Send your lambs to the slaughter.
Flushed.
Deflection! Good, right? Not too shabby.
Ooh, utility PCS.
I've got it.
Overkill is underrated.
You are the only ones who have ever forced my withdrawal. And now you leave me no choice but to flee once again.
Menace 1-5, we have
It's not finished yet.
before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double. We've proven the Chosen can be hurt. Now we just have to work on putting them down for good.
Move to our ship for evac. On Overwatch.
So I can attack anything that passes by.
I love that body though. Yeah, that's very much a BAM.
That's a copy. Hey lads, let's put that one behind us.
It was fun, dude. It was. We had 2 6-player games, I think, or 7 and a 6.
Planted on the double.
So we did have 1 new player as well, which was cool.
Evac confirmed.
It was absolute carnage. Tech won the first match, and Sectoid won the second.
Will do.
And what's nice is Sectoid seems to have had his finally sorted his connection issues out, which is great.
I'll leave the field for now.
Posição confirmada.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate
Alright, attack save 2.
Bora casa.
Yeah, I know, it's
status
weird.
Confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating charges.
But yeah, your railgun ship was really good, dude. Yeah, campaign takes a little bit of getting used to. My ion ship actually worked quite well on that second time though. So Operation Bear Challenge. 5 wounded, no dead. 115 for JB, 128 for Not Sure, 234 for Splinter. $237 for Protector, 317 for Painted, 06 for Dude Guy.
We must never allow these dissidents to fill our hearts with fear. Their victory today is a minor footnote in history, a small bump on the path of salvation the Elders have set forth for us.
Yeah, it was that railgun design was really cool.
Elders chosen are incredibly resilient. Despite our victory over them today, we still have much to learn if we wish to destroy them permanently.
$108 supplies, couple of PCSs, not bad. M2 Assassin and my first Phantassin, great. Force level was 5, yeah. Well, you'll have plenty of other opportunities to refill your points. Like primarily like non-XCOM streams. Yeah, kiting builds are fun. Righty, it is 3:20 in the morning. I have a day of chaos and hard work tomorrow. We've got basically gardening to do. Hey, tangent's good, dude. We like going on tangents. What I'm wondering is if Rusty's actually still awake.
Kind of. Sorry, I'm deep in the XCOM base crew manager, trying to find where it switches people's armors to the templates, to the underlays.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I'm actually looking at having a quick look at the X2 DLC for yeah, which is obviously a ever so slightly more one from where I'm on Avenger, and so for each charm manager, iterate templates. If character char template dot b is scientist is engineer is soldier. Individual entries for each of them. Char template dot b where armor and base equals true. So where armor in base actually seems to be a vanilla property which they just set to false. And all the mod does is turn it to true.
It is, but I'm trying to find that. What was the thing?
Hang on. Let me just. I've just DM'd you the file. Literally, this is all the mod does. So your stomach's killing you, Chris. Yeah, if you had a whole pizza to yourself, I'm not surprised, dude. You're a gardener, not sure. You should see my missus's. You should see our garden, dude. The missus has put a hell of a lot of effort into it. It's really 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 nice. In fact.
Because it's actually done at the pawn level, as opposed to when they're spawned in the room.
Interesting.
I.e., like it's a base underlying property of every unit instead of, decided when they're in the room. And it seems to be hard set.
Yeah.
To use the particular underlay stuff from the character template.
Yeah, so it's proper deeply ingrained.
Proper deeply hard coded.
Yeah.
To either use the set underlay or use their normal armor appearance.
Yeah. So the only option to do it would be to have a separate built armor and have that forced equip.
Like a tier -1 armor.
A
like
tier 0.
Well, no, because Kevlar 0.
Well, clever. Yeah, because it's 0, 1, 2 rather than. But yeah.
So,
And this is kind of the point I've made to Renegade Ginger is what Renegade Ginger is asking for. We effectively all we really need to do is make another armor that actually has stats to replace Kevlar.
Well, no, you don't even really need it to have stats. You just need it to be tier -1, and then on coming back from like post mission sequence, you need everyone to auto equip that armor instead of Kevlar.
Yeah, but then you have to re-equip them again.
Yeah, then you have to re-equip Kevlar and Squad Select.
Yeah.
Or Predator, or whatever your current tier is.
Yeah, and it's the auto. Making the extra armor isn't difficult. It's a piece of piss. The awkward thing is the auto unequip re-equip.
Well, the auto unequip re-equip's pretty easy. Like, it's just make sure you equip the right Squad Select. You could probably even auto equip Kevlar on Squad Select, but that would fuck up with your Predator, single build, etc., etc.
Yeah, exactly. Causes more problems. I think it's going to cause more problems than it solves, honestly.
Auto unequipping to the basic armor is easy enough on post mission.
Yeah, but then you have to go through, like I said, you have to go through the faff of re-equipping again.
Yeah, but if you're using Iridar's automated loadout manager thing, then it should auto equip whatever armor they last had on Squad Select. So
yeah, but then when you factor in the issue there is you got something like the Avenger defense when it's picking the things, you will potentially have them running out naked.
well, no, they'll be wearing the basic tier -1 armor.
Yeah, so effectively naked.
Yeah.
Ren wants an individual sort of a base gear. So basically, the normal underlay, not the jumpsuit, a customizable version of that. It's just faff and pain to do.
Effectively, you could do it with like Iridar's appearance manager, like just set up a civilian look for someone and copy paste it for whenever they're in, the base. It's getting it to do it automated that's the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the automation of it that's the pain. It's like it's not.
But I didn't realize how deep it actually went, and like, yeah, I thought it would be something to do with like on the room level, like when the unit spawned in, the appearance is set to the underlay. But no, it's hard coded right down to the base skeletal pawn.
Yeah, it's just It's really weird. But yeah. Yeah, it's just yeah. Seems very, very very complicated, convoluted to do for
very little gain, to be honest.
Yeah. Very much a. But if you want somebody to have a civvy look, just equip their Kevlar.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing.
Kevlar as a civvy look and have that and equip their Kevlar.
Yeah, I was gonna say because this thing you can do the whole create new create a new look for them and that create new armor for them to walk with, but then you have to then create an XCOM content file to map all the cosmetics to it anyway. That are all already mapped to Kevlar.
Yeah, or just use UCR and be their appearance all the time, whatever
Yeah.
In base or not in base, like.
But if you're happy with them looking the same on a mission in base, you just use AAA or wear them on Avenger anyway. Because that's the whole point of them. Yeah. Like I said, it's just a lot of work for really minimal gain.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah, so I've got gardening to do. Yeah, give me a second, not sure. I will see if she sent me through the last lot of pictures. Did she send through the last lot of pictures? Oh, hang on, let me.
Cyberknight comes out of EA tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, sorry, I was just quickly checking my Steam messages.
That's not. Oh, that it always annoys me that you can only select up to 10. Yeah, not sure if you want to have a look at the Discord. You'll see. Oh, anybody who's interested. That's some of our garden pictures. That's not ours. Hang on, there's a couple that snuck in that weren't. That is. Yeah, pretty garden. This is all my missus's work. Got lupins, got roses. That dirt bit, that's that raised bed. That's all dirt. We've got some purple slate that we bought today. We're going to use to make a path down the middle towards where the bird bath is, because we've got the bird feeder in the corner there. So we're going to have a path down the middle between the two beds. And that's the main. That'd be like the main finisher. Yeah, the miss. Well, when we had a flat, we used to live in a flat, and we had the boxes hanging over the balcony. So we still had the boxes. She was like, "Well, I want to keep them. I want to keep them. I want to use them." So she put them up on there, and where that trellis we put up is what we're going to do is we're going to halve that, because she's got a load of like gecko wall art stuff which she wants to put up. But yeah, the hanging wasp boxes are really cool. My missus is properly green fingered. And then obviously you can see we've got our gazebo. We actually put the little fire out there. But yeah, it's a proper English country garden. But yeah, that rose, that's like it's like 4 foot tall. It's like 4 foot tall, and the flower on that rose is like 6 inches across. That's like bonkers. But the LED tree that we've got there, that's literally we're using that to provide like light into the gazebo. I picked that out because it's a tree with LEDs on it. It looked quite cool. But those lupins are coming back every year. That's the second year we've come back, and they did so well last year. Don't think I've got any pictures of our front. I might, because we've got a tiny little front garden as well, literally just outside. And we had we've got a little Christmas tree out the front. What a little Christmas tree out the front, and it's got all new growth on it. And we don't have them now because they've died off. But we had the patch tulips that look really nice. Yeah, so but it's like the Mrs. Uncle is trying to show off his garden and everything, and he's like, he sees pictures of us, he's like, he just shuts up because he can't compete. It's quite funny. Because he's like spent out on a professional gardener and everything, and they're like, and then he's like, no, it's like it's not as good. I'm like, we know it's not as good because they never put this effort into ours. Uh, oh, and of course, as it's pictures. The inevitable cat attacks. Joey's like, bugger off, I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, well, I can't find any nice pictures of the tulips we had, unfortunately. Because they were really, really nice. This is one the missus is especially proud of for first flower of the new clematis. We were worried that wasn't gonna flower, but it's come up really nice. Yeah, that's clematis, apparently. I don't know flowers. I do what I'm told. It's a point. I wonder if well, a load of them have gone out already. But we've got like an absolute truckload of There we go. That's fair enough, Dan. It's they can be a bit of a pig to manage, but
Yeah, I'm gonna drop out, guys.
yeah, I'm gonna go and head to sleep because I have gardening work to do. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be sort of finishing up the the raised bed at the back there, doing our path, which will be quite nice. We've got a little butterfly house and a bee house to put up as well.
Nice, dude.
So it's gonna look really nice. And then the last thing which we've got to save up for, unfortunately, is we want to get a hot tub.
Yeah, it'd be nice to just have a garden.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing.
I tried making the shared communal area nice, and it's just not worth it.
Well, this is the problem. Is when it's a communal area now, other people will treat it like crap. So what's the point?
Yeah, I got some nice pots, planted some nice colourful plants, and within about 2 days, the pots were cracked and smashed, and it was just like, what's the point?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing where we used to have that at the flat. It's like the only thing we bothered doing was we had a little like walkway between us and the main block, and which was ours. And yeah, when we got the house, we were like, we've got a garden, and the missus was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do so much with this, and yeah, she has, and she's done an absolutely amazing job with it. Not been cheap, mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, go get some. I'm gonna go get some sleep, dude. I'm gonna go get some sleep as well. Try to find somebody to raid out, and yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for the resubs and that. So all appreciated. I'll probably be streaming tonight, Monday night. Depending on how knackered I am after, the missus puts me through my paces. Maybe do some something other than XCOM, probably. But yeah, let's have a look. Maybe Wilder Myth if you're about, Pine. Although that may be a bit more difficult to do now. Rusty's kid ain't there. But we'll work something out. Right, let's see. I raided Dylan last time. But he's the only one playing XCOM. I don't know, is Min doing anything? No, Beaks is playing, Grumpy's playing BG3. That's fair enough, Rusty. Yeah, well, we could always potentially do our Wild MF if Pine's about as well, so. Otherwise, we could always do some Cosmoteer or some Core Keeper. Or maybe even, might even look at doing some Cyberknights. I had a sort of quick play for about an hour earlier on. It actually feels quite nice. It actually does feel quite nice. I'm feeling it's going to be a lot more difficult though. Feels like it should be a lot more difficult because you're trying to be stealthy. And the very, very short play I did earlier, I was not stealthy at all. But yeah, let's go raid Dylan so you guys can have a bit more XCOM, and I will see you guys soon. Have a good night.